Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. It's Monday night and our weekly Q&A. This week, we are going to keep talking some deals because that's where we are. But it's also a great time as we are now in December to make sure that you have checked a few things off your list, that you're just getting ready for 2023. There are some great end of the year things that you can do over the next month to just set yourself up to be kind of financially starting the year off right on a new year. I know a lot of us think about turning over a new leaf in January, we're going to do better with our finances once Christmas is over. But we don't need to wait to turn over that leaf. And there are some great things that you could do now. So this is always a topic I enjoy doing in December because of that. Like, just feeling like you're a little tiny bit ahead sometimes is enough motivation to keep you going. So that's why I wanted to go here now, but I'm okay with deals too. So if there are some last minute things that you're still looking for Christmas, you may not feel last minute. I know we still have 20 days until Christmas, but in terms of things arriving on time, you really have maybe another week left for just online Christmas shopping, unless you're going to start to pay for some expedited shipping. I've seen final shipping dates from a lot of sites being around that December 16th, December 17th mark, which is technically the weekend before Christmas. But keep in mind, even with those dates, you're still sacrificing a deal. So just to explain there. So if a store is going to guarantee you shipping to arrive by Christmas, they're going to expedite that shipping. But in guaranteeing you shipping, they have to take care of that cost in some way. So you're going to start to see over the next week, the value of the sale is actually going to decrease. We're not going to see as deep of discounts as we have seen, so that they can factor in the value of that free expedited shipping. So yes, you can procrastinate and get things on time, but you're not going to get the best deal. So really don't want to encourage you to wait. I don't even want to encourage you to wait until the 16th or 17th. I really would try to wrap up whatever online Christmas shopping you have this week. Yes, you'll get free shipping, but remember, it comes at a cost. So while it is free, it means that, maybe the sale this week is 40% off and next week it's 30%. That's just how these work. We have to factor in those costs. In the end, they're passed down to you in some form or fashion. So hate to break it to you, but that's how it works in retail world. So long story short, let's knock out Christmas shopping this week, right, guys? How awesome is it also going to be just to realize I'm done and I don't need to stress about it? There will be some great deals around town after the 16th or 17th. Don't forget, there are actually local Targets. You can go in one, and local Walmarts for that matter. You can also do ship to store for a lot of these stores and still get some things in time for Christmas as well. So as we get closer, it's not the end of the world, just possibly not as great of a deal. So glad to help you tonight, though. If you are hunting for some deals, there are still some sales running. We're still seeing a lot of great daily deals as well. So individual things popping in. As one example, guys, I would recommend that you just make it part of your routine every day, if you're still looking for some individual things, that you pull up Target's website, because Target every single day has been popping in with really great daily deals. So these are only today. They're only online. And these are obviously going to change tomorrow. They'll be completely different items. So sometimes that's at the top of the page. This week, you're going to scroll down just a tiny little bit. But all I did was go to Target.com to figure out what those were. So Target's got daily deals running. Best Buy always has daily deals running, guys, every day of the year. But Target's kind of jumping in on that for the next couple of weeks. So check those. See if they line up with things that you might want. And also keep in mind, I'm going to click on this one. It's not just that record player. There's a lot of home stereo items that are included in this too. So just because you see the picture of one thing doesn't mean it's literally that one product. these are entire categories. So Contigo mugs, which is my husband's favorite travel mug. If you don't know anything about them, he'll give you a big thumbs up on that brand. But 30% off on water bottles and mugs. So it's not just one product, but that's a big one to watch for too, is all of those daily deals. We do a roundup every day on Facebook. So I usually get that up about 11:30. I kind of spend the morning gathering those deals. So you can always look for that too. It is the roundup of this day's today only deals, and catch whatever that is, skim the list, see if anything is interesting, move on if it's not. But hopefully that'll help you catch any of those last sales too. Today only deals or 1 day deals are going to be your lowest price points kind of from here on those items. You do have one more sale that is still running. The Sam's December event is running through the 7th. So you've got 2 more days on that Sam's December event. If you have a Sam's membership, this is their last savings event of the year. So you can jump in over there and see if there's anything that might entice you. Might be, if you're like me, I'm still hunting for a few things. My husband has not given me a really great list. He needs to work on that. Got that, husband? So if you're hunting, daily deals are a great one for me. Kind of like, does any of this scream things that he would want? I don't know. Maybe that helps you too. Okay. Oh goodness, Kathy, I'm glad you finally do have power back. I'm glad you don't have to deal with no power all night long. Are there any gift cards available? So Nina, yes. Now, some of these are going really quick. So I'm going to walk you through a few things that I know of right now. The first is actually at PayPal. So PayPal's been running a number of gifts that are, and I am trying to think of how to get there directly. Oh, and that was not it. Let's see. I did a post on these last night. So some of them don't hang around super long on the gifts that they're running. I'm trying to think of even where they are on their homepage because I just ended up there randomly. I was hoping they would give me a link. I'll just go to the post that we wrote last night. So PayPal is running a number of them. You will actually just check out with PayPal, and all of those offers will pop up if they're still available. And I'll just stick this link in on the chat for you guys. So you can also pull up these PayPal deals. So with these, this was what I posted last night. Again, I don't know what's left, but they've been running quite a few. So you will log into PayPal, and then you will be able to get a $50 Michael's gift card for $40, Bath & Body Works, PetSmart, Designer Shoe Warehouse, Ace Hardware, BJ's, Domino's. It looks like the Lowe's one is sold out because Lowe's was up earlier. Red Robin, JCPenney's, GameStop, Gap. There's a lot of options there. So this is directly through PayPal, paypal.com /US/gifts is really what it is. That's option one. Best Buy has a number as well right now. So Best Buy has Apple gift cards, Chipotle gift cards, and what was it? Wings, I can't even think of the name of the wings place now, but Chipotle gift cards earlier today. When you buy a $50 Chipotle gift card, you're getting a $5 Best Buy gift card back. The same is applying. There we go. It's still popping in. So you'll see that offered right below it. So you get a free $5 Best Buy gift card with a $50 Chipotle. Best Buy is also offering 10% back when you buy Apple gift cards. You're going to get 10% back in a Best Buy gift card. And then the other one is Kroger, guys. Kroger is running a lot of gift card deals right now. Not only in coupons. So if you come and you look at their digital coupons, there's a whole category for gift cards and a holiday gift card event. There's just Zaxby's under that one. But let's see, let's click on just gift cards and see. But there's also, if you order directly from Kroger's website, for gift cards. So make sure you load the 4 times the fuel points on gift cards, and then come and purchase gift cards directly from Kroger. So trying to think of the fastest way to get there. Let's just search for gift cards. Here we go. So 4 times the fuel points, and then shop e-gift cards. And you're going to find a number of incentives, discounts, things that are running even on their gift cards. So 10% off of a $200 Lowe's gift card. It's kind of going to sit here and filter through a number of their promotions that Kroger is also running. So just to give you a heads up on all of those, 20% off of specialty gift cards. There's one more, and that's Target. So lots of gift cards here. Target is also on those specialty gift cards. I'm trying to think of, so specialty gift cards, that's what we're going to search. All of these happy holidays ones, you should be able to see it in the red print underneath. When you buy $100 worth of these gift cards that are good at lots of places, you're going to get a $10 Target gift card back. That's 10% in savings, guys. So some of them, like this guy right here, is good at Lowe's, Ulta. One warning, because we've gotten these before, warning, just maybe not a warning, but thing to note is that some of these retailers, not the restaurants, but this one, for example, that is good at Lowe's, Ulta, I know for a fact the Lowe's on these particular gift cards is that it's good online, not good to use in the store at Lowe's. So just a warning on that. But they walk you through how you're going to turn around and redeem them. They still work great. They're still wonderful gift cards. So here's a fun tip here. It's $10 gift card when you buy 100, but you don't have to purchase that 100 in one gift card. You could buy 4 $25 or 2 $50. So mix and match those however you want with this. And with Target, I'll stick this link in too, but literally all I searched for was specialty gift cards. And a whole bunch of them are going to pull up. Actually, I'll make this even easier for you. We'll click on this. You can click on details and then show all. So I'll give you guys this link and that will take you to all of those Target gift card offers. There's a lot of them. Buy $100 worth, get a Target $10 gift card back. So if that didn't set you up for a number of gift card options, there's a lot out there this week, but those are definitely the top ones. So hopefully that helps a little bit. And thank you, Wendy, for that. It is Buffalo Wild Wings. Like it's a wing store. It's been a long day. That's all my brain could remember. Okay. So lots of gift card deals for you. And hopefully that helps you get some. Target gift cards, are they gift cards or e-gift cards? So these deals, Cheryl, that come with these specialty gift cards, they are digital Target e-gift cards. So if you were to buy this in the store, it's gonna ask for you to give them a Target gift card, and it's gonna actually give you an actual Target gift card. So if you wanted to do that, I would get that in the store. If you don't care though, and you just want to order these online, it is going to email you the $10 gift card when the gift cards ship. So if you choose these, some of these are not. You'll notice this one is delivery method is email, but not all of them are email. So if you choose to have some that are not email, let's see, all of these are saying email. Well, I say that. I was pretty sure there were some you could actually get. There are ones you can get in the store. If you order online, they're all coming by email. And that $10 Target gift card is also going to come in your email. You could always share that gift card with somebody, but you would need to print it out in the end. So if you want an actual Target gift card, I'd go into the store for this one. This deal is all week long. It's not a today only. And it is in stores and online. So, and you can see that one, by the way, when you click on the details, the fact that all 4 of these pull up and all 4 are colorful. I can get this in an order pickup. I can get this in store, same day delivery, all options. However I want, I'm going to be able to take advantage of that deal. So grab that one if you want. Lots of gift card options. So Kroger as well, it's 20% off those same types of cards at Kroger. Just to mention, and with Kroger, I can actually order these online too. I don't have to get these in the store. These are all the promotions. Once you click on one, you'll see there's a ton. 10% in bonus when you buy a $50 Starbucks e-gift card. This is a $5 bonus when you buy a $25 Thanks Teacher e-gift card. So when you grab these, you may not even have a Kroger, guys, but these are still going to come You're still going to get a bonus on them. I do not have to go to Kroger to get any of these. So there may not be a Kroger anywhere near you, but you can still take advantage of their online gift card promotions. And we'll stick this one in for y'all too. So all the promotions that they're running. Obviously with Kroger, the double dip here is the 4 times in fuel points. So for example, Bath and Body Works, you're going to buy a $50 gift card. They're going to give you really a $57.50 gift card. That's what they mean by get a $7.50 bonus. But then if you are a Kroger member, you're also going to get 4 times the fuel points. Obviously, if you don't have a Kroger nearby and you choose to grab from Kroger, you can totally get that bonus. You just wouldn't be taking advantage of the fuel points. Those of us that do have a Kroger, this is double dipping then. You're getting a bonus and you're getting fuel points. This is a really good deal. So for anyone that has a Kroger or even stations where I could use my Kroger fuel savings, which is a lot of Shell stations, and there are some other participating stations too, it's a really good deal to double dip that bonus. Like here, guys, $10 off of an Academy Sports gift card and earn 4 times the fuel points. So if you want to give any gift card deals, these are definitely going to mostly be digital delivery, but still some pretty sweet gift card deals to do that. Okay, and is there a limit on the Kroger gift card deals? So Wendy, each offer has its own limit, and you would need to come in and, okay, here we go. So you would come in and read, there's a lot of fine print, but the real fine print you want is really up here in the blue. Maximum discount allowed is subject to a maximum sum of $10 per customer. So you're going to get $10 off of it. So that would basically be one $75 Academy Sports gift card. And you would just need to kind of look at what it was. So this one too, subject to a $10 per customer maximum discount allowed. It's a 10% bonus, but a 10% bonus on a $25 Starbucks gift card is really $2.50. So mathematically, we could get 4 on that Starbucks and we would take advantage of that one. Hopefully that helps. But all the fine print really on the limits is going to be in that blue bar. Okay. So I feel like we've very thoroughly hit the gift card deals. There are going to be more, especially as we get closer to Christmas. Another thing to point out with gift cards is a lot of stores do run bonus gift cards. The local restaurants will. So for example, you get a $50 Outback gift card. They're going to give you a $20 Outback bonus gift card or a $10. They run different promotions all the time. Just keep in mind that those bonus gift cards that are separate. So not what I was just mentioning at Kroger where they're just loading that bonus onto the gift card. But when they're literally giving you that second bonus gift card, many times that bonus has some expiration dates on it. The actual gift card does not. They cannot expire. The value of a gift card, that became law in the United States. I don't know. Goodness, maybe within the last 15 years, but it's been a long time. But the bonus gift card, when they give you that, like Outback, Chili's, they like to run these promotions. They're still good promotions, but those bonuses are really like a coupon. They're not really a gift card. So if you get them, that's great. Just remember to take advantage of them. It's a really big bummer to get that bonus. You've got the gift card for yourself, but you got the bonus and then you forgot to use it. Many times the bonus for Christmas promotions will expire the end of February, sometimes as far out as the end of March, but rarely past March. So that is not factoring in what I've just mentioned that's on Best Buy, Kroger, and Target, but that is when you're going directly to the store and you're grabbing whatever gift card incentive that restaurant may be offering. It's usually our restaurants. Just to be careful with those bonuses. They do not act like true gift cards. And I don't want you to get burned by one. That's not very fun to end up not getting the deal that you thought you were going to get in the end. Okay. If you guys have any other things that you're hunting for deal-wise, I'm glad to help there. I do want to jump into some of the end of the year things that I wanted to mention. One of those, I was talking with my mom today. It's a little last minute, but if you are Medicare aged, Medicare open enrollment, according to my mom, ends tonight. I know it was this week sometime, but just make sure that you have made those choices that you want to make. Healthcare wise, you've still got a little bit more time for open enrollment on any healthcare plans if you're looking at making changes there. A lot of times we do a whole Q&A just on healthcare, but in general, one way to potentially set yourself up for some savings, if you're not using or utilizing a lot of healthcare, would be to look at opening or switching plans to a plan that is a high deductible plan for next year. Making that switch to a high deductible plan gives you the opportunity to open a health savings account, which is fully tax-free money, basically. You can put up to, if you're a family, up to $7,000 in an HSA this year. Next year, that amount is going to jump. And I meant to look that up before we went live because all of those amounts are jumping. So next year, that HSA is, all of our numbers are jumping significantly. So this year for a single person in an HSA is $3,600, $3,650. Next year, $200 more, $3,850. For a family, that's going to jump another chunk as well. So this year for a family, it's $7,300. Next year, it is $7,750. So it's a $450 jump in amount. Now, that sounds like a lot of money, but if I'm choosing a health insurance plan that has a lower monthly cost because it's a high deductible plan, you really could take all of that money, all that extra money that you're saving, and put it into a health savings account. A health savings account I view as completely tax-free, so would most people. This isn't just me, because all of it comes off like just the top amount of what you earned. It's gone. It's just adjusted gross income. The government looks at it like you just earned $7,000 less. And as long as the money that you put in there, you eventually use for health insurance, you do not have to use a health savings account this year. That's a flexible spending account. This guy's different. A health savings account, you can just keep the money there as long as you can keep it there. If you don't need it next year, it just can stay. And all of the earnings that money gets, tax-free as well. So it went in tax-free and it comes out tax-free, even if you put it in the stock market. So not this year, but in theory, that money is going to grow and is going to make a chunk in the stock market. It's all tax-free. You can pull that out whenever you need it, but you can also pull that out for even long-term care. I mean, it could literally sit there that long if you wanted to. So there's a lot of places that will let you open a health savings account. Your business may even offer one through where you work. If they don't, I will just tell you the company that we use, really it's offered even through my husband's work, but we used it before that too, is healthequity.com. So Health Equity, all they do is health savings accounts, but in particular, they let you put your money into investments. So I'm not just putting it into a savings account, but I can actually invest it. Now I say all of this because this is really for next year, but you really could do this year. So if you have a high deductible plan this year and you did not open a HSA with your high deductible plan. Now, high deductible plan, just to re-clarify for a second, means that you don't pay copays. It means you pay everything until you meet your deductible. That's the plan we have. So I had major back surgery, in August. We paid everything until we met our deductible. But once you meet your deductible, you pay nothing. So now I have physical therapy. I'm like, yeah, bring on the physical therapy. Everything that you want to give me until December 31st, when the deductible kicks back in. If you have that kind of health insurance, then you are eligible for an HSA plan and you can still open it. You can still fund it, even though the year is mostly over. I know it's December and you probably don't have a lot of extra money hanging around, but you can still open it and you can still fund it for this year. And it's just going to act like you made that much less money. It's all tax-free. So it's a good way if you had maybe you had a good year, maybe you've got a little extra and you're worried about owing some taxes on it. A health savings account is a really great way, if you've got the right insurance, to just tuck aside another $7,300 this year, $7,750 next year. That is tax-free. Now, obviously, that's a lot of money to find in December, but I want to encourage you now, if this is where you're going to go with your health insurance for next year, that you just plan on having this automatically taken out of your paycheck every single month. It's not going to hurt as bad if you're just paying it every little bit until you get to the full amount next December, but just plan on it from the start of January, because then you don't ever feel like you're behind. You have been planning, you've been making those deposits every single pay period. It doesn't feel that painful. I also encourage you to check with your employer. It just obviously depends on where you are, but some employers do actually, if you choose the high deductible plan, they will put money in the HSA for you. Not always the full amount, but it's still something. So for next year, this is new. It's like a fun perk, but my husband's employer will actually put $1,000 in our HSA for us, as an incentive to choose this plan. We were already choosing it, but they can definitely give us an extra $1,000 in the plan that we were already using. No complaints from me whatsoever, but for you, that could be an extra bonus. You may not even realize it's a perk at work. So just ask and see if your employer offers a discount for high deductible plans and potentially an incentive to use an HSA account. It could be a pretty sweet incentive for you if they did. So that's the first one. If you've not looked at switching up your insurance, it never hurts, guys, during this open enrollment period to at least see what your options are. You don't even have to look at the high deductible plan, but just making sure that you're on an affordable one. This is like, yearly looking at your house insurance and your car insurance. You should do the same thing with your health insurance. Switching up your plan doesn't mean that you have to change doctors. Now, it does potentially if you switch who is providing the plan. But even if you have Blue Cross and you just look at other Blue Cross plans, it doesn't mean that we have to make big, massive changes in your health insurance. It's just changing how much you're paying a month, or maybe how much you're paying out of pocket for a little bit, but you're paying a lot less each month. So just some things to consider there in the health insurance realm, but potentially a tax savings too, going with a health savings account. So Cheryl never had an HSA. I'm retired with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and my husband has Medicare and Blue Cross Blue Shield. Can we still get HSA, and what would I need to do to start? Okay, so if your husband's on Medicare, he doesn't qualify. But if you are on Blue Cross Blue Shield and you are not on Medicare, you're just on Blue Cross Blue Shield, then you would want to make sure that you are selecting a high deductible plan for your insurance with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and then you can open an HSA account for next year. If you have a high deductible plan this year for you, then you could open one for this year. And then you would want to meet the only deposits that are allowed for a single. I know you're probably married filing jointly, but it really looks at what your deductible is and what your insurance is, not how you're filing your taxes. So if he is on a Medicare plan, he's really off in a whole nother board game, basically, and you're still playing on this playing field, then you're really considered to be that single person with that single deductible, but you could still do that. If you're both on Medicare, then the HSA is not an option for you any longer. It is for anyone that is on traditional insurance and not on Medicare at this point. Okay. And so my husband always tells me this, so I should emphasize I am not a financial advisor or an insurance advisor, just a nurse and someone who likes to save money, right? So love to do taxes and love to play on this. So Cheryl, if you're not on Medicare, then yes, you just want to look at picking a plan for next year. If your business is, if you still have the option to do open enrollment through your retirement with Blue Cross Blue Shield, then picking a plan that is a high deductible plan, meaning no copays, and you're just going to pay until you meet your deductible. And then you are completely eligible to open that health savings account through Health Equity, opening your own account. You don't have to do it through Blue Cross Blue Shield, but that way you can tuck away a little bit of extra, completely tax-free money. Don't even have to use it this year, but it's pretty sweet. Another thing to emphasize, guys, and I'll just pull this back up for anyone that joins us late, but this can also be just a huge savings if you know you have a big expense. So I didn't know that I was going to have back surgery this year, but we in the past have had kiddos that needed braces. Knowing that I was going to have a kiddo in braces the next year means I can put the money for the braces in the account. I can literally take the money right back out of the account to pay for the braces, but it's now reduced my earnings on our taxes because it went into the account and it came out of the account. So your money in an HSA does not have to sit there for very long either. So if you're pondering like, Jenny, I don't have $7,000 to put away. No, but if I am monthly putting in money that I'm going to monthly turn around and use on medical, that's okay too. You're still reducing your tax liability, however you use this account. So just to point out with that. Okay, let's see. So to move on to another one, kind of hitting our insurance, I do encourage you, beyond a health savings account, one more, making sure that you have, contributed this year to your 401k. If you've not done a 401k, that you've contributed to an IRA, or both. You can actually do both, just to point that out too. With a 401k earlier this year, you may not have felt like you had the money to contribute, but it's not too late. You can always go to your HR department and increase the amount of money that is going into your 401k. If your employer offers a match, you can still get that match for the month of December as well. So take advantage of it. Never too late to start saving. Also, just as a note, folks may not realize this, but starting next year, a lot of employers will any new hires will start to automatically enroll you in 401k. This is a new law that they have to actually, and that your contributions for 401ks will be automatically increased by 1% every year that you're with the business. This is still your money, so they have to automatically enroll you and take the money from your paycheck. You can technically tell them to stop, but I don't know why you would. But this is a good thing. It's an incentive to try to get more people, just maybe you don't even realize it's coming out, but you're saving for retirement. So they're happy to sign you up, and your business will actually, it will help their ratings the more people that are taking advantage of the 401k going forward. So they're happy no matter when you tell them that you want to start putting money aside with a 401k. So you can put a lot of money into a 401k, like $22,000 this year. Next year, that's going up as well. That's a lot of money. That doesn't include your employer match. So if your employer does a match that's like 5% of your salary, that could be a chunk of money that you just put aside if you fully did your $22,000 and your employer match. So it can be a really great way to increase retirement savings. 401k comes out of your paycheck before taxes as well. So it's reducing your tax liability this year. It is not going to reduce your tax liability when you withdraw the money. So all the earnings are not tax-free. Later on down the road, you will owe taxes on that money. You just don't owe them now. The other IRA version that you could do is a Roth IRA. That is not going to help your taxes this year, but everything it earns is tax-free. So maybe you've got a little bit of extra, but you don't really need the tax savings this year. I would choose the Roth option. Everything that the Roth IRA earns from here on, all tax-free. So pretty sweet on a Roth IRA. Traditional IRA, going in tax-free, but you're going to owe all the taxes on the end. So it just depends on whether you need a tax savings this year or whether in the long run you would like a much bigger tax savings. A Roth IRA really and truly is the better of the two options. Just doesn't help you right now. It's like delayed gratification versus instant gratification. You just have to choose whether or not you're okay to wait for that tax savings. But I still encourage you to do it. One thing to point out with an IRA, you do not have to put all of this year's money in before the 31st of December. That's exciting because the 31st of December is 26 days from now. You don't have to put all $7,000 in your IRA in the next 26 days. That's insane. You actually can fund an IRA, traditional or Roth, all the way up until April 15th of next year. You can also fund next year's. So when you make those contributions between now and April 15th, they're going to actually ask, is this for 2022 or is this for 2023? Once we hit January, so that you can tell them, oh, I'm still funding last year, or I'm now funding this year. So that one you don't have to do by the end of the year, but it doesn't hurt to go ahead and open those accounts and get started on funding those retirement accounts as well. There are thresholds on income, but I would assume for most of us trying to save money and trying to coupon that we probably aren't hitting a lot of those thresholds. And yes, you technically can contribute to a 401k and an IRA as long as you are under those income thresholds, which are pretty high. So I think for most of us, it's a safe thing to say, yes, you can do both. So if you've got some extra money, maybe you have a big Christmas, I don't know, sell a bunch of things in the garage, you could fund both of those if you wanted to. Okay. A few other things. I mentioned one of those earlier being renegotiating your insurance bills, but this is a great time of the year to go through and make sure we really do have the best rate on our car insurance, on our house insurance, on whatever else you're doing. If we've got a car that you aren't driving, let's lower the plan on it. If we aren't using any miles on it, or maybe you've used too many on it this year, just making sure all of those are right, getting price quotes from various plans so that you know that you have the best rate. That is something that you should do every year. The same doesn't hurt to do with cell phones either, guys. I've gotten a lot of folks that are asking for deals on cell phones. The easiest deal that's out there is switching cell phone providers. And these days you can take your number with you. So go for it. Take advantage of it. If they are all working in your area, you can save quite a bit by doing that. So renegotiating those bills as well. Cable as well. If you have a second provider in your area, you can always call one, see what their going rate is, call yours and see if they will match it. It doesn't mean that they will, but it doesn't hurt to try. Another thing to mention for cable is you do have a lot of home internet options that are not traditional anymore. So T-Mobile and Verizon both offer home internet now. It is literally a router that just sits in a window, but it works. And you can do that as well and not be tied down to the only company that owns cable on your street. So T-Mobile, I can tell you, that is what we have. And yes, sometimes it does cut us off. Now that I've said that, it probably will right now, but it's still pretty good internet. It's $50 a month, flat out. That's out the door. Is that as cheap as you're possibly eating? Maybe not, but for us, that's the only option that is out where we are, is to use these non-traditional sources of internet. So just to mention that, if you're looking at cutting those cable costs, to not forget that those are an option too. So another one too, as we hit the end of the year, is not only all those bills that you can renegotiate, but also looking at your credit card statements, pull them out and look for recurring monthly charges that you may not even realize are there. Maybe they are programs that you signed up for free trials for, and those free trials have now activated into monthly costs, like Audible, where you got 4 free months and then all of a sudden they're not free anymore, or 4 months for $5 and now they're $14.95. So taking advantage of those were great, but we forget to end them. So get out your credit card statement. It's a really easy way to find some extra money right here as we go into Christmas. Grab last month's statement, look through it, and cancel any of those monthly charges that you don't enjoy or don't need, or all of them. They aren't clothing you or feeding you or housing you. Just to, be the nagging mom in the room there for a second and see how much that can save you in the end too. it can be a sizable chunk. Another part that can help here before getting new things is getting rid of old. This is a really good time of the year as the kids come out of classes and you've got a week or so before Christmas, having them go through their things and you go through your things, whether you donate them or even sell them, putting them on Facebook Marketplace, putting them on eBay, anything that has a value, trying to get a little bit back from it. But it can be a really great time to clean out the closets as well. I do want to emphasize one big change. I've seen it a lot in the media, so you probably have already heard this one, but for the last 2 years, everybody got a deduction for up to $300 in charitable donations, and that deduction is gone now. So you will not get that for this year. And it's kind of one of those pieces. It felt like a little remnant of how we used to do our taxes. We all could deduct that charitable giving. So that doesn't exist. I don't want you to get burned by that one come January either. That is a $300 chunk that maybe you had grown to love in last year's taxes, but it isn't going to be in this year's taxes. You can still donate anything you want, but you're not going to get anything for it on your taxes unless you itemize, which most of us aren't doing. You would need to give a lot to itemize. What married couple was $25,000 was the standard deduction. That is going up for this year. All standard deductions have been increased along with 401k contributions and HSA contribution limits to take in inflation rates, but it doesn't give you back your charitable donations. So just to, point that one out. Sorry if it's a sore subject for you. Oh, and Wendy, yes, the Hulu deal has ended. So the Hulu deal was just a Cyber Monday, Black Friday weekend deal for $1.99 a month for 12 months. So that deal's over. If we're going to talk streaming too, and you mentioning that, it does remind me, you guys, if you have ever wanted Disney Plus or you're pondering getting it, maybe you give it as a gift to somebody. Disney Plus is raising their rate on December 8th. It is jumping significantly. So if you grab Disney Plus now, before the night of December 7th, now through the 7th, it's $79 a year for the traditional Disney Plus without ads. Starting December 8th, they're going to add in an ads level and they're going to raise the rate of regular Disney Plus by, I think, like $20 a year. It might even be more than that. It might be $30 a year. But here's a tip. You can actually go onto Disney Plus and you can select to get a gift subscription. Send it to someone that's not the email that is the current subscriber on Disney Plus. And then when your subscription ends, you can activate the gift subscription in someone else's name and have another year of Disney Plus for $79. You can obviously only do that for one more year, but it's a really great way to just extend that one a tiny bit further. So since you're asking about a streaming deal, that's not necessarily like a Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but it's more a right place, right time, taking advantage of a discount before the price jumps significantly. Okay, so going forward, we've talked, some tax things, putting some money aside there. Going forward into the new year, this is a great time of year to sit down and look at your budget. Don't necessarily look at the money you've spent in December, but it is a great time of the year to just look at how much are we spending on a regular basis and actually make a January budget. Be ready for the new leaf that you plan on turning over in January. Maybe even start it now, but I won't make you. It doesn't hurt to go ahead and map out what is January going to look like. What are our regular expenses? Could we potentially even have like a no spend January and try to recoup some of what you've spent on Christmas? But sitting down and making your budget now. And one thing I encourage you to do now, starting in January if you want, or starting right now, is actually automating some savings. There's 2 ways you can do this. One is taking it out of your control. But going to your HR department through work and asking, hey, are we able to deposit our paycheck into multiple accounts? Most HR departments can. I mean, I have just a tiny handful of people that work for me, and I can literally do that with what we use, up to 5 accounts for like just a few people. So I have a feeling a large HR company can do that and maybe even more. But why you would want to ask that is if we can deposit our paycheck into multiple accounts, you could automatically have $200, $300 for your paycheck automatically going into another account. It's done. I'm automatically saving money every single time I get paid, and you aren't having to go in and make that transfer, or you aren't having to set it up in your bank. Because if I set it up in my bank, I can easily unset it up in my bank when money gets tight or I don't think I can handle it. This way, really what's happening is the money that ends up in your checking account, you just get used to that amount. You don't even think about the fact that it's now $200 or $300 less. I'm going big for you. You should go big here, because you have just completely taken it out of the paycheck from the start. You have set up that automated savings. So putting some money aside in that secondary savings account, which if you've been around long enough, hopefully you know I'm going to encourage you to put that into an online savings account. So going with Capital One, there's a number of great online banks. SoFi is another one that a lot of folks love. So picking an online bank that's offering a really great interest rate right now and using that as your online savings account, having that money automatically taken out of your paycheck and put into that online savings account. If you're trying to decide, a great website for finding those is bankrate.com. So bankrate.com lets you compare high yield savings accounts or money market accounts. That's really what you want. And you can start to just automatically put money in. A lot of these do not require any minimum balance, guys. So like there's SoFi, 3.25% right now, no minimum balance. So you set up the automatic savings, that's way higher than most local banks are offering right now. And you are going to enjoy a little extra savings there with no work because you just automated it. So whether you do that yourself through the bank, just setting up a regular routine transaction, or you go to HR and you have them do it, it's a really great way to find that all of a sudden you have some extra money that you've put aside for rainy days, for some really fun vacation, whatever your goals are for 2023. Start now. Make the plan now. It will definitely pay off in the end. So Kristen, is Verizon going to still offer the free Disney, Hulu, ESPN with the streaming prices that are going up? I don't work for Verizon, so I can't 100% say, but I will tell you this. Those deals that Verizon offers are totally worked out with Disney. And I don't see Disney nixing those deals for Verizon right now, because what it does is it pads Disney's numbers on the number of subscribers. So we have that deal. That is through our Verizon account. I don't pay for Disney Plus, nor would I. But at the same time, nor would Disney like to lose all of those numbers that are through those Verizon customers. So it is a perk for Verizon customers. Could they start to limit it? Could they make it a 6-month perk or not the whole year? Potentially. I don't see a huge change there, because it's not only going to hurt Verizon, but it hurts Disney. And Disney knows that. They need all the numbers they can. When they have a massive drop in subscribers, that only makes investors grumpy, and it makes their stock take big nosedives. Look at Netflix. Netflix had a horrible 2022 spring because they had massive losses in April, and their investors did not like that in the stock market. Price for Netflix really took a huge nosedive, all based on subscriber levels. So I think we're safe. Okay, best deal on Crocs. So Lynn, there is a deal on Zulily right now on Crocs that I think ends tonight or tomorrow. So I would check that one on Zulily specifically for Crocs. And Crocs.com has been running a few different sales. They ran 2 for $50 over Black Friday. They may still be running that. I'm popping over to their site now. But I expect them to also run a deal this coming weekend. You're going to see a lot of folks running deals over kind of the Sunday, Monday area. It's the last little bit where they know they can squeeze in a deal. Right now on Crocs website, I'm kind of just seeing 25% off. but I suspect if you hold out for towards the end of the week, you'll see that go back up for the weekend, or check the Zulily sale. See if that lines up with what you're looking for. Okay. Let's see. What else did I have for you guys? We've hit a lot of things. So going through insurance, health savings accounts, you've still got time on the insurance too. So looking at whatever your health insurance is for next year, renegotiating bills, and then cleaning out closets. We did a post a few years back on the top things to sell online. So if you're curious as you clean out your closets, going back and finding that top things to sell online post might help you out a little bit. But you can also always pop over to eBay and see what's been selling. So, just to show you that one, we're not really doing a how to sell things online today, but as you're looking on eBay, if you find something and you're thinking about selling it, I can always pull up, let's go here. We're going to click on Lego. I'm just randomly clicking on things. I can always come in and on any search, I can see, show me what has recently sold. So we can look at just auction and we can really start to narrow it down and get an idea of what has already sold in the past. So I want to look at just completed and sold items. This is under filters and hit apply. And now I'm going to see these were just auctions. These were just Lego sets that sold on auction. I can get an idea of how much those are selling for. Now, obviously these are Lego sets in the box with instructions, and maybe your kids don't save them that way. Mine don't. But it gives you an idea of how you can sort that out. So again, I came up here to all filters and I scrolled down to show only. And under show only, selected completed items and sold items. So if you're cleaning out the house and you are pondering, is this worth anything? Should I give it away or should I try to sell it? That's just a quick way to see what things are selling for on eBay. Is it worth you taking the time to post it online? It's a fast way to be able to tell that. Obviously, Facebook Marketplace, you can see what's currently listed there too. And a Facebook Marketplace is going to be you really selling more locally than selling online, but can be a great way to just see what else is there too. Wendy, have I heard of Temu? I have not heard of Temu. I can Google it really quick. It is not one. Oh, it's an online marketplace. As you're talking about selling things online. I have not heard of this one. So it was just launched in September in the United States. So no, this is very new to me. I can check it out. It looks like it's a place just to sell. I guess it's hard to tell whether it's you listing things. I guess it's more like an online Amazon, but it gives you lots of options to hunt things down. Not heard of this one before. Other folks can chime in if they have. I would tend to want to know, it's got a lot of, what we accept and things like that. So I'm going to guess you're pretty safe. My things would be, if you're ever unsure with an online retailer, to check out their site on the Better Business Bureau and see if there are a lot of complaints or what people have said. That's the easiest way to research any website before you make purchases for online items. That would probably be where I would stop to before I went and used a site I'd never heard of before. So sorry that I've not heard of that one. It is very, very new in the United States. Looks like it started in other countries and then came to the United States. Okay. Oh, there we go. And my husband just Googled it for me too and said it's the leading online marketplace in China, person to person. So just coming to the US on that one, but that's its place. So for us, that's really eBay's place in the United States. And in terms of coming to the US, it would be how many people are on it. So you'd want to know kind of, would I get as much as I would get on another site? You really want to put it in front of the most people if I was going to sell things online. Okay. I think we've hit everything I had on my list today. So I'm going to go ahead and plan to hop off here in a minute unless you've got some other questions. Oh, sorry, I just missed yours, Elizabeth. Any ideas where to find sales on Birkenstocks? And are my tips here written down? So they are, I have posted in the past 10 things you should do before January in an old post. Some of them are tax things that don't necessarily get us anywhere, like charitable contributions anymore. But you can definitely find that, and I can go digging and try to find that link for you too, Elizabeth. Birkenstocks at this point, Zulily has had some sales, so I would still check Zulily. I would also check out Nordstrom Rack. Nordstrom Rack is, in my opinion, they're almost like TJ Maxx of high-end brands. So you never know what Nordstrom Rack is going to have, but when they do have a good brand, they can have some really great discounts on them. So right now, just searching for Birkenstocks on Nordstrom Rack. Again, it's totally limited to whatever styles they have, but some of these are showing up to 44% off. Birkenstocks are still pretty pricey. Some of these are full price. So you just want to kind of check it out and just see what might come in. This is a very different looking Birkenstock, but it's it's for toddlers. So I was like, it's only $14. That's yeah, you'd have to have really tiny feet. But Nordstrom Rack can be a great one for any brand name clothing. Again, hit and miss based on what they might have in stock at the time, but really great site for that. They're very much a TJ Maxx at that line though, because even for me, if I were to post that, they'll come back and yell at me for using a brand name that I should just say, oh, that would be at Nordstrom Rack. But we can't actually say Birkenstocks are on sale at Nordstrom Rack because they are selling them at such a discount. So it's a fun one to see what kind of sales you'll find. Okay, tomorrow I am going to do a drugstore video at noon. I normally do them at 2. I didn't even get to it last week. We had such a busy week. It's going to be at noon tomorrow. We have a funeral to go to at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, so I can't do a drugstore video and be at a funeral at the same time. So we will do all of the Walgreens deals for December and the CVS deals at noon tomorrow online. If you can't catch it at lunchtime, then just watch it after the fact. It will be recorded and saved on both Facebook and YouTube, and it will be a post on Southern Savers. So lots of options. There are some freebies this week, like a big $4 moneymaker on toothbrushes at CVS, 36-cent Halls cough drops. You've got free toothbrushes at Walgreens and some fun deals at Walgreens, like my favorite deal for storage bags. We haven't seen it in like 2 years. It's happening this week. So join in tomorrow at noon for all of those deals in CVS and Walgreens. We'll be back next week for Q&A. It'll be our last Q&A for the year next Monday night. So hopefully you can join in for that. And then we're going to take a break for Christmas after next week. So if I don't see you for drugstores, hopefully I will see you next week and we'll all get to end the year together. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a great night and a great rest of your week. And I will talk to you again soon.